What's up, guys? For the second to last video of this year, I just wanted to take this moment and the video to just talk about Unite in 2022, the good things, the bad things, things I would hopefully want to be changed for next year, and in general just my experience with the game. So we had a lot of things going on this year, right? We had a new different map, a completely new system and emblems, and then we also had a complete, the worst thing is probably they tried to monetize this game in different forms. So first we start the year, not much was going on. Then we had the World Championship announced. We started getting esports, which was very exciting, because if a game wants to succeed, I feel like esports is a crucial part of it. So that was very exciting. I started casting a lot as well. And then we had a lot of Pokemon released throughout this year. I think their schedule was very, very nice. We had so many Pokemon coming out with very fun designs, except for Sableye. Amazing designs, very, very fun Pokemon. Some of them are my all-time favorites already now. Someone like Delphox, absolutely love playing Delphox. It's such a fun Pokemon. Dragapult, which came out just a few days ago, is hilarious. I really like it. And we have so many unique designs. I think Busto is very unique. Hoopa is very unique. And there's a lot of things, a lot of different playstyles. The only thing we kind of lacked were defenders. I think the only defender we got this year was Mamoswine, if I'm correct. So defenders just didn't really get all too much. And yeah, it's a bit sad. But besides that, I think we just had a bunch of cool Pokemon being added to the roster. We have a legendary Pokemon in Mew, some mythical Pokemon. And actually, mate, the Mew was the mythical Pokemon. The legendary Pokemon Urshifu, which is also absolutely fun to play. Maybe a bit OP, but yeah, so mythical Pokemon, we have legendary Pokemon, and they just, across all gens, we had a good spread, except there's still some, I think, Gen 4 Pokemon missing, and in general, starters that I would like to see in this game. But doesn't matter what, I think the Pokemon roster has been amazing. Then we have the new map coming out, right? The new map, I feel like gave Unite that new breath of just being reborn. It felt like a reborn of this game, because then Unite was spiking very hard. I started seeing so many more views on my YouTube channels, all my videos in general, on live streams as well. We saw so many people actually, I feel like, coming back to the game with the emblem system, with the new map. And I think it was just a breath of fresh air, because I think the remote stadium got kind of old. Like, it got very boring. It was a very basic map. And this map just has so much more going on for itself. It makes it much more exciting and every game a bit more fun to play. There's so many things to fight for. And it's just a very good looking map as well. And Zapdos being gone was also very exciting, because Zapdos, people call Rayquaza Zapdos 2.0, but Zapdos was still so much worse. I think most people don't remember how terrible it was to lose to a Zapdos last hit. Rayquaza still, of course, can be instant game wins, but it's not as bad anymore. More counterplay to it. Of course, since then, one of the bad things is they have buffed Rayquaza to a point where it's starting to get annoying again, where it feels like it's almost an instant win, but I think it's still not. It's for sure not. I just wish they made it a bit more tankier, so that it becomes, harder to take, because I think it's very easy, or a bit too easy to take down it in general. Let's talk about the emblem system, which also got added, and I think the emblem system was a good thing. I think it was just very badly implemented. The emblem system gave me a lot of content, which I'm very happy about. It gave Pokemon a bit more of room to itemize and have certain things going on for you. The bad thing is, it's all randomized, right? The gacha system behind the emblem system is obviously nothing great. So if you're not lucky, you might not get the emblem you ever want for ages. And they keep adding new emblems to the system where the pool even gets like smaller. The chance of getting the emblem you want is getting smaller and smaller. And I wish they would do something about it. What I would do is make a crafting system, right? You're allowed to disenchant emblems you already have multiple copies of, and craft ones, for obviously much less price. Let's say, if you disenchant a golden one, I don't know, you can make a silver one or something, or a bronze one. I think that would already be quite fair. Like, it doesn't have to be something where they're like, oh my god, no one is gonna roll for emblems anymore. Of course, they want to make money, so emblems are still something they want people to be rolling for. Another thing is, I want different pools of emblems. So, like, if I go into the, rolling for emblem system, I want Gen 1 to be in one section, Gen 2 to be in the next section, and I want to decide on which, pool of emblems I want to roll on. Because having every emblem in the same pool is just terrible. Honestly, it is terrible. Another good thing about this game this year, I think it was very fun. Doesn't matter how bad the ranking system is sometimes, and the matchmaking. I think it's just such a fun game. I love the design of the Pokemon. I love how the game looks. It looks very clean for a Switch and mobile game, even though it has FPS issues on Switch, of course, which is very annoying. But it's such a good looking game. Abilities are very clean. I think the sound effects are great as well. And it really feels like you're playing a Pokemon game, right? I think that's the best thing. This feeling of playing a Pokemon game is just amazing. I think that's the best part of Unite. It really, really does feel like a Pokemon game, even though we don't have, you know, type advantages and other things. And we are playing the Pokemon. I think they just hit it very well on how a Pokemon feels in this game to play. And I think that is probably the best part about Unite still. Also, the 10-minute games, I absolutely love the 10-minute games. I'm very glad we have a certain timer on it. And it's just knowing how much you sign up for going into a game and not being stuck like 30 minutes in a game is absolutely amazing. And one of my favorite features of this game for sure. Let's talk about the bad things as well a bit. Because there were a lot of ones, which is, the main one is monetization, right? They're really trying hard to monetize this game in different ways, and I feel like they made a lot of mistakes. First up, gem locking Pokemon behind a 1-week paywall. Obviously, it's terrible. Not a fan of it, never will. And I mean, the only good thing is I always get to play the Pokemon on release. That's like the only positive thing I have out of this, because not a lot of Pokepoke actually buy the Pokemon on first week, which means that I get to play it. And I can make videos of quite easily because I will get it almost every single game. But they increased the gold prices. And then the biggest disaster was that Zoroark release. The Zoroark bundle for like 2,000 gems or whatever it was with the skin, where you were forced to buy the skin. Luckily, they said they will not do that anymore because of so much negative feedback. But I mean, I feel like that didn't need negative feedback, right? They were just so greedy in trying this out, knowing it's not going to have positive feedback. How can something like this have positive feedback, right? It is literally impossible. So skins are still way too expensive. I think HoloWare in this game is just absolutely rip-off. It's way too expensive for how little certain things are. I really wish it was more and cheaper. And I don't understand. I feel like that's something I should monetize better. The membership, on the other hand, I think the membership was a great way to monetize the game. It gives you a skin monthly. It gives you enough gems to always buy a battle pass. The battle passes are great as well, even though they have kind of changed them now, trying to also make more money out of them. Which, I mean, I think it's still fine. The battle pass skins were always amazing. They're one of my favorites. Like the God of War, the Gengar, the Blastoise. Those are just amazing HoloWare for a very reasonable price as well. And finishing battle pass, I think, was always quite easy. It didn't take too many games to actually finish it. And yeah, the membership and the battle pass, I think, are great ways to monetize the game. The Gemlock bundle or the Gemlock things are just not. Talking about ranked as well, I think ranked just... they're just not improving ranked, which is awful. And certain balance patches has always just been way too late. I feel like when Unite was spiking, like in August and September, Unite was spiking, they just messed up. They let Mr. Mime, Glaceon, and Mew be OP for way too long without a proper balance patch, and I think this drove so many people away from the game. After September, I saw such a huge spike, like going down in just viewership across, you know. I was checking other YouTube channels as well to make sure it's not just my numbers going down. Just in general, numbers were going down across Unite's board of content creators, and it felt very sad to see because I felt like Unite finally had something going on. And then they just let the Mr. Mime meta just ruin the game for like 2 months. And it felt terrible. And it's like, you feel so helpless as well because there's nothing you can do about it. You're just like watching your game slowly fade away. And I just hope that, like right now, I think the game is very balanced, except for Sableye. But Sableye is, I wouldn't say balanced, he doesn't necessarily win games, but he's so frustrating to play against. Besides that, I think the game is currently in a great spot balance-wise, and I just hope they keep it up. With the new producer, I have high hopes for next year as well, that they're gonna keep working on the game in a better way. And let me know what you guys would say about this year, and what you expect next year to be like, what kind of wishes you have. I hope you guys have a great, you know, New Year's, or whatever you guys are doing. Get well into 2023. I'm gonna be here next year as well, posting content. I'm thinking about doing an A to Z challenge on my mobile phone. If anyone is interested in that, I want to make more guides, and I will continue making content for Unite. And yeah, I will just continue making content. Of course, I will not stop. And hope you guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. I never expected my YouTube channel to be doing this well. It was honestly a huge surprise. And I've been having a blast working on videos and making videos and just showing you guys content, helping you guys learn the game better. And yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope I see you guys in the next year. And thanks for watching.